level with me here, guys. Do you guys play free-to-play games as a free player, or are you more on the side of a whale? Right, personally, I play free-to-play games as a free player, and I always said to myself, you know what, I'm not gonna spend any cent, not a dollar, on a free-to-play game. That's just maybe because something carried over from when I was really poor, when I was in high school. I didn't have any money, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna play the game, free-to-play game, I'm gonna enjoy it, I'm not gonna spend any money on it because I don't have any money to spend. But now it's becoming like a habit. Even though I do have some disposable income, I still don't want to spend any money. But yeah, let's talk to the Drowning Winch guy here. Battleron? Welcome to the Drowning Winch. Sit wherever you like, lass. I'll be with you in it. I am Battleron, alright? Who's asking? I heard as I've got job for a capable adventurer, he say. Well, you're bloody right. Just so you're fairly warned, though. This ain't no job for a faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding scary, I guess. But if you think you're interested, let me know, and I'll fill in on details. Oh, cool. So we got some. What are we supposed to get? The concert? Is that the one for us? Strength and vitality and dexterity +3. Yes, I'm guessing that's it, right? So select the concert. Complete. Sweet. That was easy. You just have to talk to him to complete the quest. Okay, cool. The preparative Drowning Winch has the need of a capable adventurer. So these are the MSQs, right? The main sequence quests. I thank you for taking time to help me out. Now, I'm sure you're busy, so I'll straight to the point. Come straight. Word as what? Oh shoot. Don't sound like much, I know. There's something suspicious going on. But it weren't so long ago as the fishback pet parrots paid us an unwelcome visit, and folk are feeling a bit nervous. And if you would permit me, Master Battleron, I would be happy to elaborate. Oh, who's this? Oh, look at you with your feather cap. Well, if it ain't the cheap yellow jacket himself. To what do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Rainer? Like, Jim Rainer? Come to make sure me patrons are behaving or just thirsty. What are these certificates for, you think? It's like, this is to certify you can get absolutely shit-faced here. Neither. In fact, I was informed that you had requested an adventurer to assist in my investigation, and I came to offer what information I could sift from the recent reports. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Eliport, in the vicinity of Isles of Umbra. Must be the Black Pearl, or a Flying Dutchman. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squadron of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, that Sastasha Sigurd included. The search revealed little, save that a family of couriers had taken up residence in the cave. Nothing to concern us, in short. In light of recent development, however, it would seem wise to search the Sastasha again. So it's like a hole or something? What is this? But with the Sahagin testing our defenses daily, I'm loath to assign the task to limited force at my disposal. Our line is stretched as is. Thus, I sought the service of a competent adventurer to conduct the investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter will be greatly appreciated. Alright, yeah, I can maybe do something then. Then it is settled. Settled. Sastasha is located western Lanosia. For more detailed instruction on how to reach that place, I suggest you can consult Vamelpa. She can. I swear to God, these names, man. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower decks. Okay, you've earned the man. You earned the man. Good luck to you, lass. Thank you. Okay, let's go. These certificates, dude. Certified ship phase. Alright, let's go. So they said something about lower level, yeah? Speakers of Vipella. Where is he? Oh, they're over there. Okay. Cool. So I guess we need to go downstairs, don't we? So he said at the docks, yeah? So we'll go this way, and then we'll cut across. Alright, okay, alright, let's go. Yeah, so free-to-play games. You know, when I started my MMO career early on back in, oh boy, 2006? Maybe 2007? I first started playing, in the last video I was talking about, like, Last Chaos, right? And that was a free-to-play game. And in that game, you did have to pay. Oh. So I do miss some other quests, huh? I wonder if I should do the other quests. Do you think it's important? So these low-level quests, if I leave them to later, would they just be pointless? Or, like, it doesn't matter, like, it will scale to your level? How does this work? Oh, wait a minute, where's... Oh, so this is lower level. Okay. Alright, we'll go to lower levels. But yeah, as I was saying, I started playing these free-to-play games, and obviously when I was a teenager, I didn't have any money. And even if I did have any money, I would not be spending it on a game, because again, I just didn't have that much money. What is that? And, you know, I just got used to playing free-to-play games as a free game, as like a legit free game. And the thought was obviously, you know, I didn't have any money, but I did have a lot of time to play, so I didn't mind putting in more time than, say, for example, someone who was working full-time would have. And it was really, I think, great for me at the time, because all work halls, nothing. So I guess we gotta go. How do we get downstairs though? Oh, so there are the stairs, okay. This one right there. And I think, I'm not sure what it is, but maybe just because, again, I'm Asian and it's in my genes, and I'm just gonna be cheap for the rest of my life. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna spend money. And it's becoming like a... Oh, so I see. So these shapes are the quests, and the ones with like a little flourish on it are the main sequence quests. You know, in the game, you have to pay money to buy the upgrade materials. You can get lucky sometimes. You get a few of those drop just by farming. So it sort of left me with PTSD upgrading stuff because they're so hard to come by. But eventually I got to know some friends who did have some disposable income, and they would spend big bucks, at least big bucks to me back then, on these things. They would spend like hundreds of dollars. And I was like, wow, that is crazy that you can do something like that. And you know, I was impressed, I want to say, you know. But yeah, so then we got the whales, right? So you have free-to-play players like me, where we're not paying a dollar or cent for the game. So I think most of the players for free-to-play MMOs don't pay anything. So only about maybe 10% of the players actually pay, and about 1% of the players pay a lot of money, right? And then they have the, let's say, a little derogatory name of whales. And I feel like a lot of people look down upon people who spend a lot of money on these games, where they think, oh yeah, you just bought your way through to end game, or you bought your gear and you didn't have to work hard for it. But I feel like, you know, it's a little bit more than that. Let's talk to Melpa. You're here about the Commodore Rainer's investigation, right? Then you'll want to board a ferry bound for Eliport. Once you arrive in Western Lenosia, though, you best pay a visit the Hall of Novus before you blunder into Sastansha. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folks there will prepare you, train you with the skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Sea Grot. The hall is on the way to Sastansha, just north of Eliport. Head inside, and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. Alright, do we go? Speak with seasoned adventurer. So we gotta take the ferry. So we gotta go to Eliport. Yes, are you riding with us? 40 gills? Sure. I should have money. Oh, I should equip the new shirt as well. That's so good, dude. Alright, let's put down the armor. Because I'm getting a little tired of... It's still a very much open chest here, huh? It's not bad. Okay. Should I pick up these quests on the way, you think? Can I just complete a bunch of these quests with this in one go? Oh, cool. But I already have a pair of gloves. A clear strong light on the key. The elder fort. The sailor is in a mood to yarn. Well, we'll come back to you then. Alright, so we gotta go talk to somebody at the Adventurers Guild. So I was saying about whales, right? And those are the people who spend a lot of money on the game, where they get quite a bit ahead, and of course, they help keep the game afloat, right? And they're the ones that are really supporting the game. They're paying a lot of money, and some of them spend thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars on the games. And that's, again, a little bit, obviously, it's your money. You spend how you want. You earn a fair square, and you know, don't let me or anybody tell you how you should or should not spend your money. Personally, I wouldn't do something like that. Honestly, I was just like, obviously, if I had that kind of money, I was like, buy a car or buy anything really, and get something actually tangible. But obviously, some people get a lot of value out of these games, and it makes them feel good. And then by all means, I don't presume to judge anybody for spending money where they want, as long as you're not doing any harm to anybody else. Well, I guess we're not supposed to be up here. But yeah, so whales versus free-to-play players. And obviously, I realize, right, these whales are the really real ones that are supporting the game. And it's like, you know, I heard a lot of people say, so, oh yeah, we're the ones paying. You should really thank us, because we help keep the game alive while you guys just leech off of us for free. Okay, let's talk to the seasoned adventurer. Hello. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jacket sent word. I hear you are to brave the depth of Sanstansha Seagrot. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty, no matter what epic tales would have you believe. Strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions. And you shall need the training we here at the Hall of Novice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing on your mission. The smith here oversees the training schedule. Speak with him, and you can register for exercise tailored to your particular field of expertise. Okay. Wait, was that it? When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it will be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of Sanstansha Seagrot, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. Okay, cool. So speak with the seasoned adventurer. I guess we'll talk to the smith, and we'll do some... Alright, let's talk to the smith. According to my records, you have yet to fully complete your training. You are under no obligation to finish the final exercise, of course, but there is much to be gained and not to be lost in an attempt. I feel like that's how they talk. I don't know. Alright, let's do it. And I feel like, yes, whales, obviously they keep the game afloat. They're ones really just paying the money, and they're keeping the service open and all that good stuff. And it is important to listen to their opinions, but I also feel like maybe, right, you can't listen to all of their opinions or entirely pander to only the whales. Then it becomes the game, you know, gets shaped by a few players, and you could potentially lose all of the free-to-play players. Then it becomes a dead game, right? Because nobody will want to play it because there's not enough players, and there's not enough players. That's why it's a dead game, and it becomes really a vicious cycle. And even if you keep all the whales happy, it doesn't mean they'll be happy forever. And if there's no free-to-play players around or free players around, how do they show their superiority, right? And that's always my opinion, that a free-to-play game especially needs both the free players and the pay players. But obviously any of the free-to-play games that kind of push or slap you in the face with the things that you can buy. If the game only appeals to paid players, if you lose a lot of the free players, then all of the pay players won't feel as superior, maybe? I'm not entirely sure about that, to be honest, but I do feel like that may be the case. If a game left with only the pay players or the whales, then your new low bar will be much higher than when you had the free players around, right? Also, if you only pander to the whales and you keep selling them stuff to buy power, then perhaps and they become to feel like then all the whale players or the ones that spend a lot of money feels like ATM machines. It feels like the game is just milking them dry. So I feel like the game has to appeal to a very broad audience to be able to stay alive, even if only the whales are paying. And also, of course, for anybody who doesn't pay, right? For whatever the reason may be, you don't have enough money, you don't want to pay, it doesn't really matter. Again, it's your money, you spend how you want, or how you don't want. At least for me, when I play a free-to-play game, I understand there's gonna be paid elements. There are things that I will not be able to get, that I may not be able to get with only playing as a free player. And I accept that. And I feel like anybody who goes into a free-to-play game would accept some level of how should I say this? Unbalance or inequality, I guess, where if you pay, you will get more. If you don't pay, you will get less. Of course, when you buy cosmetics, it doesn't really change anything with the game. It doesn't give you more power. It doesn't give you any better things. It doesn't give you a better weapon. It just makes you look better. It makes you look flashier. Makes you look prettier. That's all good, right? It doesn't really affect any gameplay. Fantastic. That would be the best way to go about it. It's kind of like what they do in Path of Exile. But you could also argue that buying things like the inventory tabs or the currency inventory or anything like that, is that buying power? Does that count as buying power? Oh, then you say, okay, you know what? That's more of buying a convenience thing. But then where does the convenience stop and the power start, right? And I feel like with Path of Exile especially, right? Let's just take the inventory page, for example, the currency page. Let's just say that currency page. And I feel like it's almost impossible to play without that because it would clog up your inventory so much and you have such hard time figuring out what currency you have, which orb you have, and organizing all of that stuff. It's almost like a must where you have that currency inventory page, right? And it just feels like if you don't have that, you're at a huge disadvantage. Is that an unbalance? Is that an imbalance? Is that a bad thing? I'm not sure, right? Think about that. And then, things like, okay, for example, then convenience. Let's say Black Desert Online. Things in there, like that tent, for example. Let's talk about tent in a bit. But like all the costumes, right? They're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. You can buy them. You can look flashy. But then those things, those costumes, you can actually break them down into crownstones, which protect you from your item from getting destroyed or getting drop in upgrade levels. So is that buying power? Because you're indirectly buying chances to upgrade things without suffering any losses. Okay, well, you're talking a lot. Do I just stand here and listen to all of this stuff? Is that the duty here? What am I supposed to do here, dude? Oh, fucking hell. Oh boy. Okay, alright, let's do it. I feel like I'm not gonna be able to talk. We need to focus here because we need to do as much damage as possible. Alright, let's do it. Get some bleeding going on. And you know what? I still need to figure out how the cooldown and everything works here in the game. I guess these are just training you how to play in these duties. Or rays? Is that what it's called in Final Fantasy 14? Oh, anyway. Cool. I could have just completed this long ago, right? Sturdiness and taking enemy hits. Coordinate your efforts. Yes, yes, yes. Get the prize. Sweet. New boots. Fantastic. Thank you. Damn it, I was just talking for like 5 minutes straight. Oh man. Alright, swap in our new boots. Fantastic. Look great. Alright, what do we do now? Speak with the yellow jacket. Okay. Oh wow. It's nighttime now. Whoa, look at that. Holy crap, what is that? Hot damn. It's like a flame or something. Wow, that is cool. Okay, alright, let's go. Yes, cosmetics in Black Desert Online. So so buying an item that you can turn into something that protects your item from failing upgrades, is that buying power? Is it? It kind of is, isn't it? Because you're paying for something to make it easier to upgrade something else. So a better item means you have more power. Yellow jacket. It's like one of those hornets. Please tell me you're here. Is that okay? Please tell me you're here on yellow jacket duty and not some daft sought out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. Oh, you are? Thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship seen slipping around the Isle of Umbra? We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew cutthroat might have a den nearby. So we received word men of questionable quality have been seen passing in and out of Substantia here. We weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback fancy serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the cave and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying don't spot any blue face tattoos. Duty finder duty for support unlocked, okay. Substantia now accessible. Regular duty has been added. So do I have to do this with other people? Duty calls, dungeon beckons. Enlist the aid of allied players and NPCs alike to save monsters. Intimidated, fear not the adventurer, for with little guidance, you too shall be clearing dungeons in no time. You may challenge the dungeon 2 methods, support of NPCs, or with other players. Fantastic. By choosing duty support, any dungeon, summon balanced team of skilled NPCs. Choosing challenge dungeon, NPCs via duty support perfectly complement your current class or job, will automatically create it for you. Okay. Duty finder, so these ones are you can actually find other players. Okay. Notify the breathing sound. So you wait for a duty, and then when it's ready, you get a notification. Dungeons are bound, so there's a lot of dungeons that you can do. Fantastic, I love it. I understand what I must do. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, you have to fully complete your training. For more training, defeat an occupied target. Sure, let's do it. This time we'll click on the guy and we don't just wait. Hey, buddy. Oh, but you still need to listen to the briefing. Jesus Christ, okay. You'll be fighting multiple opponents, okay. Key to victory is coordinating with a comrade. Each foe will fall all swifter under a focus assault, okay. More clear with the allies, yes, yes, yes. Can I just go? Everything is clear? Yes. Say the word when you're ready to begin. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I do love the music in the game. Yes, let's do it. Training access is now underway. Started by fight with the staff weaver, okay. Sure to attack the same enemy as your ally. Strike the 1 4 5 times. So do the staff guy, alright. Alright, let's do it. Oh, oh. How do I know which one is targeted by my... Oh, okay, so axe wielding. Okay, got it. What? How do I know? Target an enemy engaged by your ally. There you go. Well done. Nice. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, no armor this time? Gosh darn it. Alright. Let's go with the duty. So we do NPCs. I think it's just easier. Yeah, register for duty. Let's go. So I feel like the line between buying convenience versus buying power is kind of blurred, right? And also, what about buying some cosmetic item that has some actual tangible benefit? Because in Black Desert Online, at least some costumes give you like a 5% experience boost. Although you know, it's not a huge boost. It's only 5%. It's not big. It's not a huge deal, but it's still more than what the unpaid player can get. But then again, there's a way for you, the unpaid player, to actually buy costumes from the market. So, does that make it better? Does that make it better if you can purchase the cash shop item from in-game money? right? I feel like that does make it better. That does make a difference because it kind of levels the playing field a little bit, and you don't have to worry about exclusive items where you can only get with paying cash. So, you know, that kind of helps. But then, you know, is it better if they don't have any actual pay to win items at all? I don't know. Does it even matter? But also anytime, right, when you deal with a free-to-play game, they kind of plaster as much of that paid thing in your face as possible, right? It's like every time you log in, anytime you click on anything, and then it just make you click on, say, oh look, here's what you could have got if you paid us, right? And then they do that daily reward thing to get you to click on the thing every time, or get you to log in. And every time you try to claim your reward, and then it just shows you, oh look, here, if you had paid, if you had bought our... Oh, you find a bloodstained scrap of parchment with a message scrawled upon it. The captain likes his cabbage green. Huh. Cool, that's good. Good to know. And every time you click on anything, and it kind of pops out and say, oh, you could have gotten this if you had paid 20 bucks for a battle pass. Right? And then also, oh look, you could have gotten this if you bought our premium subscription, like ESO. And I was like, dude, why is this all over the place, man? They're gonna just want to slap you in the face with, hey, you could have paid, you could have paid, you could have gotten all that good stuff. Well, that's one way they kind of get you to try to get you to buy stuff. And the other way is obviously FOMO. Right? Anytime they're like, FOMO is fear of missing out, and they're always like, oh look, if you don't get this, it's gonna go away in like 8 seconds, or maybe like 8 days or something like that. I was like, oh look, new seasonal item, seasonal weapon skin you can only get this season. Better buy it fast, better buy it now. They should have learned a lot from the retails, right? They're like, oh yeah, look, limited edition this, limited edition that. It's like, dude, how can a digital item be limited edition? You can literally make unlimited number of those things. Obviously they want to do it artificially to make it more valuable, right? That's why they do that, artificial scarcity. And it's just like, it really taps into the human brain, that FOMO part. It's like, look, if you want to get this, better buy now, better buy now. And also they use a lot of anchoring, right? It's like, oh look, this thing used to be $25, but during this special discount, it's only $19.99, even though it's literally worth nothing because it's like a digital item, right? But again, of course, you know, worth is subjective. Like, what is worth to you? Is that worth it to you? It may be worth it for one person, may not be worth it for another, right? So then it's hard to judge, make that value judgment. The only one that can do it is, well, you. Are you willing to spend that money? If you do, then it's worth it. But if not, then it's not worth it, right? And again, it's my personal choice not to spend money on it. If you want to do it, by all means, I don't judge you. You spend your money how you want to. Alright. Alright, let's do it. And I feel like with free-to-play games, right? A lot of people say, oh yeah, free-to-play games aren't as good. Or free-to-play games are going to be subpar because it's only focusing on making money. But I feel like some of the most popular games on the planet is free-to-play, right? Think about, I think Roblox. Roblox is free, right? That's one of the most popular games on the planet. League of Legends, that's free. So that's another extremely popular game. Or Apex Legends. All of these games are free-to-play. And because it's free-to-play, it's easy to get into. Right? Because you're like, hey, you don't have to pay any money. You can just jump in and play. You don't have to worry about it. And that's great. But of course, at the same time, they actually designed the game quite well in order for it to be that kind of popular. Because you don't just get to make a bad game and have it be played by like hundreds of millions of players every day. So they must have done something wrong. So to say free-to-play games are inherently bad, I don't think so. At least not right now. Back in the day, maybe, yeah. Like when I started playing, a lot of these games are free-to-play because they want to cash in on the... I guess back then there wasn't that many MMOs, and it was a fairly new genre. And because a lot of them kind of learn from the Eastern MMOs, and a lot of them come from like Korea or China, or maybe not quite China, but they did learn a lot from the Eastern MMOs, where they're like, hey, look, in the East, they did a lot of this, and this makes sense. Let's do that in the West as well. And I feel like over time, that kind of like the bifurcation between what Eastern gamers versus Western gamers accept as okay in terms of monetization kind of really separated out quite far. So I feel like in the East, especially in Chinese MMOs, it's still very much acceptable to be very, very buy to win, pay to win, right? So like straight up buying upgrade materials, or straight up buying better weapons, or even better titles is more acceptable in the East than it is in the West. But I feel like we're getting pretty much close to straight up buying power with something like a Diablo Immortal, where you're basically, they're not even hiding it at this point. It's like, look, buy this to upgrade your weapon, and that's the only way you can do it, and this is the only way you can do it. There's no other way about it, right? You can't even farm for these items, so don't even bother, right? And it's like, you know what, dude, at that point you're very blatant about your cash grabbing. And in the East, those games used to be very, very popular. I don't know about now, but I was watching some guy on YouTube talking about older games back in like, I want to say 2007, 2008-ish. And they were talking about, oh, look, back in the day, you gotta pay for the game. It's like you have two types of games. One is you buy the time to play. Like we had those what we call like point cards, and you basically buy the point cards and you register it to your account, and then you get to play for a certain amount of time. Let's say you spend $100, and for that $100 you get to play for 100 hours, let's say, right? So that's how it used to work. And then not too long after that came out with the free-to-play business model, I guess, where then it's pretty much like, oh yeah, you don't have to pay for the point, you don't have to pay for playtime, you just need to pay for the items, or you need to buy the power. And it's just literally blatantly selling power. And they tell you too, right? They're like, hey, look, you want to upgrade? You want to upgrade your item? You want to upgrade your armor? You want to upgrade your weapon? It's going to cost you this much by buying like 10 super gems or something like that. And like, and spending money used to be called, what's it called? Pay gold in Chinese. It's called 氪金. So pay gold, literally. And it's like, hey, oh, too far away. Okay, what's this? Found a switch. Press it. Yes. You're poisoned. Oh no. Yikes. So then with Diablo Immortal, it feels very much like that. It feels very much like one of those old school MMOs where you're basically paying money to win. And of course, then again, winning. What exactly is winning? You know? Is it... no, most of us, I think, will say, hey, winning is basically you winning your PvP fight, or killing other players, or gaining a lot of prestige, or a lot of power, or a very high ranking on the server, right? That's kind of winning. For most people, that's what is considered winning. But then again, is that different for everybody? You know? And I feel like for me, right? Say if I'm picking up at a free-to-play MMO, did I have a good time? Let's say if I played a free-to-play MMO for, say, 15 hours. Let's say 15 hours. And I have fun for that 15 hours. And then after that, I feel like, hey, if I don't pay money, then I can't progress fast enough, or I don't get enough enjoyment if I don't pay any money, or the game is too annoying where it kind of forces you to pay. Oh, treasure coffer. What is that? Plundered ear cuffs. Gonna hit again. Oh, indoor opens. Nice. I feel like if I got 15 hours of enjoyment, 15 hours of fun game time, without paying anything, dude, I'm winning, man. You know? I'm winning, man. It's like... So I guess it really is a matter of definition. Like, how do you define winning? Free game? Free enjoyment? Free fun? Okay, I'm in, dude. You know, in the world where you got games like the... what is that new Ubisoft game with the pirate boats? The first quadruple A title. Charging you $100 and basically give you a broken game. In a world where that's commonplace, getting 15 hours of enjoyment out of paying nothing seems like a steal, man. So is that winning, right? Maybe that's part of winning as well. Yellowtail, shallowtail. And also, what about the, you know, a lot of times people say, oh yeah, so end game or winning, quote unquote winning, is where you can kill other players. Okay, yeah, I get that, but I've never been the PvP sort, you know? I've never been the sort that really focused on PvP. It just isn't for me. You know, when I was playing EVE Online, I did my fair share of PvP, and that was really fun. But most of the time I played PvE just because, again, I don't have that pressure. I don't have that, what you call it, that obligation to get to a certain point, to get so good where you can then kill other players. It's not for me. Like, I'm busy and I got a life and stuff. So then, is that, so that would not really factor into my formula for winning. Again, if that's your thing, by all means. But just not for me. So I feel like for me, I'm sure I'm not alone in this, where people come in the game, come into the free-to-play game, knowing it's going to have some imbalances, knowing it's going to have problems, and accept it, and then still find enjoyment out of it. And I feel like that's the really important thing, where we need to make sure that we find enjoyment out of the game for ourselves, and we're not just playing the game because we want to win at something, and that would take away a lot of the powers, the buying power or selling power or anything like that. And obviously for anybody who makes a free-to-play game, they can't really forget to make a good game first. And I feel like with how the gaming industry is right now, a lot of them focus on a business model first, and then they make a game afterwards. That's kind of going backwards. And that usually doesn't end well, I feel like. Can I save you? How do I save you? I guess I just killed the rest of the people. What about these guys here? Oh, I can hit them with the from up here? Okay, cool. Right, if you make a game that's a business model first, and a good game second, or even last, or very far down the line, you're not gonna have a good time, man. You know, like Rift? When Rift came out, it was a fantastic game. But then the publisher or the developer or whoever it is running the thing ran it into the ground, trying to make money out of it, trying to make so much money out of it, and it just doesn't work, dude. You gotta make a good game first, and then the players will pay for it. You know, like League of Legends, for example. They made a good game first, and it got really popular, it got really competitive, and everybody really enjoyed the game. And then you start selling skins, or I don't know if they still sell champions. Maybe they do, but you gotta make a good game first, because otherwise people just feel like they got ripped off, you know? People are not stupid. And I feel like a lot of the industry thinks people are stupid, and they're like, yeah, they'll buy anything we tell them to buy, or they'll buy anything that we give them. I'm like, no, dude, you can't treat players like they're stupid. That's not gonna go well for your game, man. right? Like we're not stupid. We know we're not stupid, and we don't want to be treated like we're stupid. And if you're gonna lie to us, we'll find out, dude. With internet the way it is, anything you try to hide from us will come out, dude. So anytime like Ubisoft come out and be like, hey, look, we're making this amazing game. We're selling it at $100 because we think it's the best fucking quadruple A title ever. And nah, dude, people are not stupid. People see what you're selling, and we're not buying it, man. So, you know, shit's gonna flop. You did that to yourself. You didn't think the players are smart enough to recognize you made a shitty game. Well, I don't know why you would think that. but I guess there's a disconnect between the players and the business people making the decisions at these game studios. Like, dude, look around, man. People are not stupid, and look, the highest grossing games are the ones that are, well, free to play, right? Like, what's that, the Fortnite, right? These are free to play games, and they're making money head over heel, while Ubisoft out there spending $200 million on a game, and it just flops like, I don't know, dead fish. Actually, dead fish is pretty hard. Freshly caught dead fish, I don't know. Something that flopped, like an empty hot water holder or whatever. Like, I don't know why they think they can get away with it. But hey, it is what it is. What can you do? All right, what's in here? Is this the last bit? I think so, right? Man, this thing's pretty long. Dead man's drink. Ooh. The Captain Madison? Is that the one we need to kill? Alright, let's go. Let's go. So what are we attacking? Who are we attacking here? I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. You know, again, in the West, we always accept selling cosmetics, and we accept that being part of the game. Or even, like, what about gacha games? Are gacha games pay to win? Obviously they are, because the only way really to obtain any 5-star characters or really good, powerful items with any certainty is to buy the packs, right? And what about that? Buying packs, gambling, and things like that. You know, I personally, I don't really like it. I think it's really, really bad. And I feel like, first of all, it's a waste of money, because they could have just sold you the thing, but instead now you have to pay God knows how much money in order to have a chance to get at the thing that you wanted. And that's just, I don't know, man, it doesn't sit right for me. And also, there are people who have gambling addictions, and people who are genuinely susceptible to these sort of predatory business models, right? That's why casinos have government have mandates for casinos to cut people off if they don't know what they're doing, or people are actually getting addicted. But there's no such protection for online loot boxes. What? Dude, why are you still running? Dude. Is there anything here? Like a treasure box in here? Let's see. Let's just double check. Let's leave no stone unturned. No loot box unopened. And the other thing is, like, we're talking about convenience items and buying power. So generally, I feel like there's a blurred line between the two. Right? So, okay, go. So what about those selling, like, say in Guild Wars 2, where you can buy the super fast mining tools or harvesting tools? Is that buying power, or is that just convenience? You know, at which point does convenience become power? You know, I think I was talking about the Black Desert Online, where they have you can buy those tents and you can repair and sell stuff and refill and rearm at the tent. So then it keeps you farming for longer, it keeps you at grind spot for longer. Is that buying power? Like, you know, how do you define buying power? If you don't sell straight up better items, does that mean it's not pay to win? But again, like I said, right, everybody accepts at some level there's going to be some inequality in these free-to-play games because, you know, you're not buying the game, you're not paying the game. Then it makes sense that somebody has to pay for the game and they will get something in return. And it's like back in the, I don't know if you got played on private servers, but when you play in private servers, because I don't know if it's like a culture or it's like a legal thing where they don't call buying things, right? You're not buying power, you're making a donation, and for your donation you get rewarded, you get given something. So like if, for example, if you donate like 20 bucks, you get a title, and if you donate $100, you get like a upgraded item or whatever, right? I played a lot of MMOs on private servers because I didn't have money to actually sub for the game. Let's say Lineage 2. I think back in the day, Lineage 2, you had to pay for a subscription to play it. And it was like $10 a month or something like that. I was like, dude, I was a high schooler. I didn't have the money. So I had to play on like a Lineage 2 private server, and where they gave you like a huge experience boost. I think it was like 1,000 times experience boost. So you can get to max level really quickly. And obviously Lineage 2 was a notoriously grindy game. Alright, I've got one more batch over here. Is it one more batch? No, I've got a couple more batches. Let's go. Attack them. Attack them. So they don't call it buying power, they call it, you make a donation. And then you get something in return. Maybe they should do that for free-to-play games. Hey, you make a donation, and you get this. I don't know if that's how it works, but hey, some idea. Oh, you know what else I hate? I don't like FOMO. Man, I used to be so susceptible to FOMO. I loved buying collector's edition of things. I loved buying collector's edition of games, like books, anything you slap a collector's edition on it, I'm buying it. But that's back in the day. Now I don't do that as much anymore. But I know there's a lot of people that are really susceptible to it. When they see limited edition or limited time, limited quality, or anything like that, they really latch on. And I feel like that's something that the publishers really try to exploit a lot of. I know with what was that game? The First Descendant, the limited edition, the limited time bunny skin, like that evolved skin. That's cool. But they're like, yeah, look, it's only limited time, it's only for a certain amount of time. But if it sells well, they're gonna keep selling that shit because they want to make money. They're just like, oh yeah, we just keep it limited time, you know. Just only for now. You gotta buy it now, buy it now, buy it now. Oh, psh, you surely are. What? Well, who is this? A lot of war. Show what? Dude, you talk too fast, man. What are these things? Unnatural ripples. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Dude, it says unnatural ripples. How does that work? I guess they would explode or something like that? Dude, go. Alright. We may need to focus on this one. So what does C mean? Is it control? Oh, cool. Bubbles forming at the water surface? What does that mean? I haven't really done any raids like this before. So let's see. Oh, they chatter too. That's fun. Enemy approaches. Oh god, there's the ads. Okay. Dude, no. Save me. Save me. Oh no! Save me! Save me, dude! Save me! Oh yeah. Oh, these NPCs are pretty good. Oh yeah. So in the Chinese MMO video I was watching, one of the players was basically saying to the paid players, like, yeah, we're not even players. We're just basically better, slightly better NPCs to the paying players. It's kind of crude, but somewhat true. Yay! Oh yeah. You can now accept the next class of job quest. Oh boy. Treasure coffer, hell yeah. Let's see, what do we get? Plunder battle axe, plunder sabatons. Alright, let's go. Yes. Sweet, my first real duty, I guess. See with Brendan. Alright, we're gonna make it all the way back home. Alright, we'll do that in the next episode. Yeah, let me know how you guys feel about free-to-play. Or, you know, the business model of free-to-play. Do you play only for free? Do you not pay for anything? Or are you more like, hey, I want to buy the things I want to buy, I don't really care? Or are you more like a whale where you want to be the best? You don't care how much it costs and you have a lot of disposable income? Which category do you belong in? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.